Bitcoin is almost retraced to the 70.2%. The volume profile shows that this is a strong region. We've got a bullish divergence on the RSI, and we're seeing a lot of green in the market. So what do you think? Is this the bottom? Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today, over on my Twitter, I have been getting hit with questions about whether or not I think the bottom is already in. Yesterday, I had posted a couple of things, and today we took a look at it to say, hey, look, here's the volume profile. Look how close we are to the 70.2% retrace level. And we're starting to show signs that there is a bullish divergence on the RSI. So let's head over to the Bitcoin chart and take a look. Look at this thing. Here is 70.2% on the Fibonacci retracement. As I've talked about on several of my videos and in the Fibonacci tutorial video that I posted yesterday, you have to create a 70.2. It's not already included in the Fibonacci retracement. You just manually click on here and add it yourself. So look at this. We've come down. We've just about hit it. We also have this insane volume profile that shows up right there because of our support that we had back in 2018, which we broke through. So if you look at that, that is pretty remarkable that we're bouncing right there. So I've got a lot of people asking me, hey, is this the bottom? Here's the answer. I don't know. Well, I mean, here's why I don't know. First of all, this is not impressing me yet. This is the volume coming off of this move. It doesn't have me impressed yet. But if you have watched my candlesticks tutorial video, I talk about bullish engulfing candles. Well, hey, that is absolutely a bullish engulfing candle. It has totally swallowed it, and wow, look at it go. We are flying right now. We are, wow, this is awesome. It's happening while I'm recording. So I don't know if it's the bottom, but boy, it sure is quite impressive. I've always said that we need to come down to the 70.2, but the volume profile has always been interesting. So we'll see. It still could turn over on itself, come down and double tap that. I don't know. But so far, it's looking pretty good. And, when we look over at like XRP, we've been waiting for XRP to get down to around the 15.5 cent range. I have had buy orders sprinkled all the way throughout here. And I've stated that from the beginning. I've been a buyer at 27% or 27 cents, 23 cents, 20 cents, 18 cents, and I'll continue buying at 17, 16, and 15. So I've been holding throughout it all. And a lot of my buy orders have gotten triggered in here. There are several that are still below that have not been hit yet, and I will still just leave them there. I'm not going to start chasing and say I have 100% assurance that that's the bottom, so I'm just going to buy it. No, I am still going to wait and see what happens and let those other buy orders potentially get filled later. So right now, let's take a look. Hey, we got to see just something already. We got a little bit of a rejection there, but hey, this is short-term time frames. Let's take a look at what we do have, right? So right down here, we've got a bullish divergence. And when we go back to the daily time frame, and in a couple of my previous videos, I stated that the thing that we were looking for right here was that we would come down and make a new low, hit this 70.2% retrace and bounce up and go. We were up here on the RSI. We were hoping to get back into oversold territory, break out, and get ourselves a higher low on the RSI while getting a lower low in the price. And this creates a bullish divergence. So what does that tell us? It tells us that there is actually meaning to this spot. It means that the sellers are running out of steam. The bears are getting tired and the selling pressure is going down. So bulls are starting to put up a fight right here, guys. So keep an eye on this. Out of just transparency, I've got to, just let you know, if we get through here, there's a wide open gap here all the way down to, into the 3000s. So we do want to see this area hold. Do I think it will hold? I do think it will hold. But if it doesn't hold, you need to be aware that this big wide open gap exists. But if I didn't tell you that and I didn't warn you of that, then who would I be, right? I've got to at least show it to you. But you could see right here, we've got the monstrous volume right here. This is a line created by TradingView. I am not creating this red line. This is them making it with this volume profile on the visible range. So it's showing that that is the strongest volume. And look at how it bounces off of that exactly. So we'll see. I still think it's totally possible that this thing rolls over, hits here, and then goes. But guys, I have no way of knowing that. So I just, we've got to just say that's pretty darn close to right there, right? This is where we've said the bottom is at 63.30. We got to 64.20. That's pretty close. And that might be enough. I don't know. Looking at XRP, is this the bottom? I don't know. All I could say is XRP is 19.5 cents. 19.5 cents. I've been buying, and I'm not going to stop if it goes down there or there or whatever. I'm buying. I'm a buyer here. So, guys, that's really all I've got to say here. I mean, we can take a look at the altcoins and let me build a case, right? So let's say this by the time I post this video that, we're now up here. Okay, wow, that would be amazing, but let's build a case for why it would potentially need to come down here again. So let's clear this out and we go down to the 4-hour time frame. So we can see that on the RSI on the 4-hour time frame, we do have a breakout, right? But we did not get any type of bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. Normally, I don't talk about these smaller time frames, but I think it's important when we're right here near this bottom that we've been talking about for 3 weeks. So what would happen? We would come down, we'd create this bullish divergence on the RSI right there, and then we have a lower price with a higher relative strength on a smaller time frame as well. So not only would we have this on the small time frames, we would have it on the larger time frames right here. So I think there is a case that this thing actually does roll over on itself and come down and hit about 63.30. Also, when we look at some of the altcoins, wow, we are seeing green on the board, but is this really how much green you expected? Do you expect that this market bottoms and we only get, 6 to 8% bounces? I don't. From my experience in 2017, when Bitcoin finds its bottom, these things fire up 20, 30, 40% fast. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's organize this and show you why I think there still is a little more to go. And like, for example, on Cardano, let me get rid of the volume profile. And this is in cryptocurrencies, they're traded 24 hours a day. So you don't have the gaps like you do in the stock market because the stock market's only open for, 7, 8 hours a day. So the prices, there's always going to be a bar, but I always consider it to be a gap when there is a line just like that, when it never came down to back test it. So right here, this is a gap in the blockchain backers book. This is a gap that needs to be closed. And as you can see, we got very close to closing it, but we did not close the gap. And I think that we still have to get down to about 0.0295 in order to close that gap, potentially even lower. So I don't think this gap is closed, which makes me think that the bottom might not be in yet. Also with Litecoin, when we look at this one, I had an alert set here for 35.75. It did not get triggered. And that was going to be a signal to me that the altcoins are getting very close to a bottom. We still have this gap right here. I don't think it's closed yet. And that's what I'm looking to get closed. But you never really know, right? I mean, it could just go without having to close that at all. We'll have to see. But that's my reasoning on why with the altcoins, I don't have 100% certainty that the bottom's already in. But like I've always mentioned in here, is that I am not timing a bottom buy. I am actually accumulating it. So the last time I updated you, I said it was 98% in the market. Now I'm 99%, more than 99. There is so little money sitting on the sidelines. We are super entered in, and we're waiting to see what happens next. And things are looking pretty positive. So we'll see. So that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get this XRP back on here. And let's get Bitcoin on there. Here we go. Look at this bullish engulfing candle starting to form. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. As always, this is not investment advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.